What's up, guys, and welcome back to Skillset Inc. Coming live to you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Sunshine State, where it's always sunny and always hot no matter what time of the year it is. In all honesty, I can't really be speaking about the weather here just because I only moved here 4 months ago. I moved here May 1st, and so for some of y'all that have been living here or that know Florida weather better than I do, I'm just hoping that it stays like this throughout the winter because coming a guy from Toronto, yeah, I'm used to cold weather and, wearing hoodies all year round and, not all year round, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, that being said, guys, today's a very special video for a few reasons. We have a few goodies right next to me, and this will be like, I guess, the first official unboxing or product reveal or just a nice little upgrade to the studio that's been needing to happen for a long time now. So right next to me, I have a few things. I have the new Neumann TLM 103, and I'll let you know why it's so special as to why I even have this to begin with. And they also got a shock mount with it, a pop filter, and a premium cable here. And before I even get into the unboxing, which is the most fun part about this video, the only reason why this is so special to me is because I started this engineering journey back in February of 2021. So yeah, last year. And essentially how I got into engineering was I was a videographer for the longest time. For some of y'all that may or may not know, I was shooting music videos, real estate videos, event videos, nothing too crazy, but I was doing that for years, and I did it in school, and that's something I thought I wanted to do for the longest time in my life. I thought I wanted to get into the film industry and continue building my own business doing that. And I want to say maybe December of 2020 going to January of 2021, I was with one of my boys, Nate. Shout out to him. His name is NLT Nate. Definitely go check out his music. Really amazing artist. Him and I, he found this one studio one day called Abstract Studios. So we're like, okay, let's go check it out. He sent me the Instagram and it looked super sick. Like the main room is just red leather couches, SSL board, and it's literally amazing. And shout out to everybody at Abstract. Shout out to Ante, shout out to Melissa, and shout out to the whole Abstract team because you guys are honestly amazing. And we went there for the first time in December, then January, and while we were recording and I was getting some BTS footage of Nate recording a song, we started talking and plotting, and we're like, bro, how cool would it be if I became your engineer? That's what I told him. And in the meantime, Ante was telling us that they offered certain workshops at the studio. Like they had like a music fundamentals workshop, which had to deal with recording, mixing, and mastering. They now have, I believe, like a beat workshop where I think it has to do with like producers and making beats. I'm not quite sure yet, don't quote me on that, but they do have a songwriting workshop, an artist development program. And so they offer definitely a lot of things. And when Ante was telling me about this, I'm like, damn, I'm really considering it. And I had the extra money at the time because at the time it was happening, or I should say the disease. And because of that, the government was giving us like money every month. So for those of you that know CERB or the Canada Emergency Recovery Benefit, whatever it's called, anything, something like that. Anyways, for those of y'all that know, you know that when we were getting money, right? So I decided to invest into the program, and on February 6th or whatever the date was, don't quote me on that, I went in for that workshop, did a 3-day workshop, learned all the fundamentals, all the foundational ingredients I needed to start to kickstart my engineering journey. And once again, shout out to Ante, who's one of the co-owners of the studio and an amazing engineer, and that's his business, right? He's also an engineer, so he fucking killed it. Him as well as Mega Man, they both taught me everything I needed to know in order to get that jump into actually doing engineering, and then from there learning and experiencing and growing as an engineer. So thank you to those guys. Thank you to Abstract Studios for getting me into this amazing industry and for giving me everything I needed. I guess, yeah, giving me everything I needed in order to get into music. So shout out to you guys. And as soon as I became an engineer around February, I started building my studio. So I actually literally right beside me, if I could show you, I would, but I have this booth right next to me. I'll probably insert like a picture on screen or something. It's a booth made out of like PVC pipes, moving blankets, and yeah, it's honestly like an amazing setup and an amazing booth that actually works really, really well to like sound, to like, it acts as great sound isolation because the acoustics in the booth are much better than this room where it's quite echoey because there's a lot of reflective surfaces. So anyways, I built the booth and I started off buying my equipment. So because of the extra money I had, right beside me, I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah, can you see it on camera? I shouldn't get this interface. I got another interface. I'll show it to you guys right now. So when it was time to prep and actually find all the gear I needed in order to start this, I guess, this journey and building my setup, I was looking into like the Focusrite. And I know a lot of people have that, and don't get me wrong, guys, that interface is godly, like godly. And one of the head-to-head competitors, or I guess another company that came out with their interface that was competing with Focusrite, was right here, was the MOTU M2. So I don't know if you guys can see it right there. Oh, the box upside down. Okay, never mind. So this right here was the first interface I ever got, and it was a close call. I was thinking between this or the Focusrite, and this was a little bit more expensive, maybe by like $50, but still within the same price range of, I don't know, I think Canadian dollars around 200. I honestly don't even quote me on that. I think the Focusrite is much cheaper now, so that's why I always recommend that interface to people. But the only reason why I ended up going with this one was because of like the metal knobs, and like it just felt more tactile. And there's 2 XLR inputs in case I want to do a podcast or something. So I ended up getting this, and that interface was amazing. It really was. And then I looked online, came to, so I need a mic and a shock mount. And so I came across the RODE NT2-A, and I bought the bundle. I think at the time it was like maybe like $400. As I said, don't quote me on that. I don't know the numbers. This is all Canadian prices too, by the way. And that setup was honestly amazing. So I was rocking the RODE NT2-A with the shock mount that came with it, the MOTU M2 interface with my Amazon Basics XLR cable, and that was pretty much it. And that setup was godly. Mind you, I was running that setup up until, well, today. About a year and a half I had that setup, and I created a lot of bangers on that, and a lot of artists that work with me will tell you that the songs came out sounding exactly how they wanted it, and the quality was great, and everything about it was good. And I think a lot of times when engineers are just starting out, or just even in general, a good rule of thumb is that you need to perfect your skills first before upgrading your equipment, because a lot of people think that great equipment is going to make them a better engineer. Oh, let me get the Neumann mics, or let me get an Apollo Twin interface, or let me get this or that, or thinking that their engineering skills are going to improve, right? But no, that's not the way it works. You can't just upgrade the equipment around you expecting your skills to get better, because if you still haven't developed the skills yet, your music's still going to sound the same, because you won't know how to properly utilize the tools you have to make a great song. So work with what you have, y'all. Like, I was recording bangers. My boy Nate, that I was originally telling you about, he was running an AT2020, which is like $100 mic, into a Focusrite 2i2, which is like another $100, right in his room. And I created bangers on that mic. Like, I like that, and that's the setup I recommend most people, because it's a great, affordable setup that you can create great music on. And so that was what I needed to sharpen up my skills in order to become a better engineer, to do bigger and better things. And so I was still running my setup that I had up until today. And as my engineering skills got better, my tools only assisted that. You know what I mean? Because I got better as an engineer, the songs were coming out better because of my skills, not because of my equipment. And so I think that's one thing everyone has to understand. Start the equipment you have, build up your skills, and once you get to a point where you're being proficient, you have clients, you have artists, and your music is great, and everyone's loving it, and people are coming back to you, and you're getting repeat business, then if you have some extra money and you want to start upgrading, then that's definitely a different story. And then you can do some research and go from there. And so, yeah, y'all, so that was my setup I was rocking, and it was something I knew I was going to have for a while. That set up until the point where I thought I was in a position to then finally invest more money into the business. And it finally came the day where actually, before I get to that little backstory, so I was in Toronto up until the beginning of this year. Then I moved down to Ohio because had my dad live there and friends and all this stuff. Anyways, whole nother story. And then recently, my mom was like, all right, screw it, I'm trying to live somewhere hot. So I'm like, all right, where are you trying to go? She's like, I'm trying to go to Florida, baby. And I'm like, let's go to Florida. So then now we're here. And even that journey was amazing, because now I have the opportunity to expand into the music market here and link up and connect with a lot more artists, right? And see what's popping, because I know the Toronto scene and I know what the music is like over there, and I have a few artists I work with, and shout out to all of those guys, because you guys are all amazing. But I was excited to expand down here and build my business here. And so, yeah, I came down, and within 3, I guess going on 4 months now, I have, how many hours have I worked so far? I don't know, just to shout them out right now, in no particular order: Reagan, Akash, SOS, Chris, and Who am I missing? Oh, and Centria, as I like to call her. And so those are my 5 artists I have at this current moment, as well as a few more that I'm currently talking to, and I can't wait to work with more people. Oh, NJ, my producer, guys. So big shout out to him. And so I'm grateful to have had the artists I've got so far. And all of these guys, every single one of the artists I worked with here and in Toronto have made me into the engineer I am today. So thank you guys so much. And they are a big reason as to why I am the way I am, why my engineering skills are where it's at, and the ability to actually invest it back into the business and get the stuff that I'm about to open right in front of you. I have a TLM 103. For any of you guys that know this mic, it's a $1,200 mic, and it's a beautiful mic, sounds amazing, and it wouldn't be possible with any of you guys supporting me and supporting the business. And so thank you to all my artists, because this literally would not be possible without you guys. So I want to get that out the way, because I am super grateful for everybody that helped me along this journey. That being said, y'all, this is why it's such a special moment, because it took a year and a half to get here, but now we're finally here, and this was definitely well-deserved, and I was able to reinvest some of the money back into the business to get this amazing equipment. So let's just jump straight into it, because I'm super excited. So that being said, we're first going to open up the shock mount pop filter, and then we're going to work our way to the best thing. So save the best for last, which is in this box right here, which is the Neumann. So yeah, let's just open up the Amazon. So the thing about Amazon is that Amazon has a lot of amazing stuff. You can't go wrong with them. You can get most of your equipment on there, like the AT2020 Focus, right? All the equipment I usually recommend people, you can get it on there for cheap, and it's amazing. So the reason why I got the Neumann and the pop filter, the Neumann shock mount and the pop filter off Amazon, because on the Neumann website, or I guess you can't really buy music equipment straight from the company. You have to buy it through like retailers like Sweetwater. So big shout out to Sweetwater. I'm not getting sponsored by them, but big shout out to them, because that's where I got my Neumann, and they sell a bunch of music gear. And so that being said, I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna get my mic, I want to make sure I'm getting it from like a reputable, I guess music gear retailer. Like, yeah, Amazon's fine, they were selling it, but I'm like, okay, when it's something that's this expensive, I'd rather get it from like an official retailer, you know? But that being said, the one thing I did cheap out on is the shock mount, because a shock mount is a shock mount, and whether you make it out of metal or aluminum, it still does the same thing. So Neumann was selling their official shock mount for like $100 or even more than that, and I found one off Amazon for $30, which literally does just fine in the exact same thing. So that's why I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying over $100 for a shock mount when a $30 one can do fine. Same with the pop filter. I'm sure there's pop filters out there that cost like $30, but you really don't need anything more than a $10 pop filter. You done? Okay, cool. So yeah, let's open it right up. So I got this today. I was actually waiting to get all this stuff so that I can do this video for you. And as you can see, guys, I haven't opened up any of this, so I'm just literally creating this video and giving you like my like honest reaction, because I think that's like the most authentic. All right, first things first. Okay, we can move that MOTU out the way. Okay, pop filter. Wow, great. Already has a freaking dent in the box. I don't know if you guys can see that. But you know what? I don't really care, because at the end of the day, a pop filter is a pop filter, and I literally don't need a fancy ass pop filter, because they all do the same thing. So this is $10. Let's open this up. Oh, they call it a pop shield. All right, cool. We can throw that away. Okay, exactly what I thought a pop filter would look like. That's no surprise. Here we go. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Well, I definitely don't hear any air coming through, so that's a good sign. So that's first things first. Out the way. Let's put this down here so you get to see that. All right, and now the shock mount. I think it was like $30. White box. All right, let's see. Wait, how does it open? Oh, like this. Before it falls out on me. There it is. Okay, there we go. Let's do the box. Okay, yeah, this actually looks really good. Yeah, this looks really good. This was $30, and Neumann was selling this for like $100 or something. Why? I don't know. But this looks really good. Like, can you hear that? Oh, my computer. So yeah, amazing build quality for $30. I will definitely take it, and it's going to do my mic just fine. And they were selling. Okay, so this is one thing I want to be careful of. So depending on the size of your mic, like my RODE NT2-A is like one of like the longer mics, which is like, I don't know, that long. But the Neumann is small. It's literally like maybe a few inches. It's that tall, right? So the one thing I want to be careful of is that on Amazon, they sell shock mounts that are actually bigger and designed for those taller mics. And so they were actually selling shock mounts for this same mic that were the taller ones. So the other shock mounts would probably be like this tall. So it'd be like that tall. But because the Neumann is so small, I needed a shorter shock mount. And so that's why this one is like shorter. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a few inches tall as opposed to, 5 inches tall, right? And so this way, and the reason why you'd want a shorter shock mount for a shorter mic is because if you have a tall shock mount, but then your mic is this short, the shock mount's going to kind of be interfering with the mic. And so you want something that matches, will sit below the, actually, what would you call the part of the microphone that you talk into? I don't know. I'm having a brain fart right now. It doesn't matter. Anyways. Oh, the capsule, I guess. The capsule of the mic. So you want to sit below the capsule so when you're talking into the mic, there's no shock mount in the way that's going to interfere with the sound or anything. Anyways, the point being, the shorter your mic is, the more low profile shock mount you want to have. That's literally essentially it. Cool. So there's that. And then, of course, you needed a premium XLR cable because I'm not going to get a $1,200 mic without getting a good cable to go with it. And so the one thing I was rocking before with my NT2-A was a simple Amazon Basics XLR cable, which was fine. Don't get me wrong. Like that setup was great. I mean, I was recording bangers on it. So don't forget that, y'all. I was recording a lot of bangers, and that's because of my skill, not because of the equipment. That being said, I went into a store called Music Arts Enterprises on Davie here in Fort Lauderdale, so shout out to them. I went in there, I'm like, hey, what's the most expensive cable you have? And they're like, oh, we have the Mogami XLR cable. And I'm like, how much is that? And they're like, yeah, for 25 feet, it's like $100. And I'm like, sorry, say that again. They're like, yeah, it's $100. And they're like, yeah, I mean, I'd be your best bet with the TLM 103 because, you're having a premium cable with a premium mic. And I'm like, I get it. But you think your boy's going to spend $100 on a cable that's going to, give me it's going to be such a negligible difference that, I wouldn't even be able to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody would. And so I'm like, I'm not spending $100. And the next level down was this one, which is $35. So I paid $35 for a 25-foot cable. So that's a $70 difference. So, yeah, no. And if I had, a Sony C100, I think it's a C100, C200, C100, right? I think Sony C100. Is that what the mic's called? I think it's a C100. Maybe, okay, you're gonna get a Mogami for that, right? Because that's like a $30,000 mic, so you want to have a good cable for that. But for TLM, I just need something that's more upgraded than the Amazon Basics cable, but not as expensive as the Mogami. So he's like, all right, well, the next step down is this one. I'm like, perfect, give me it. So now this one's $35, nice premium cable for a premium mic, so I'll take it. Cool. So that's that. And so now what y'all have been waiting for, of course, the unboxing of the new TLM 103, because I think that's what we're all here to see. But I need to get that out of the way. But I already have my mic stand, so that's why I didn't need to get one. So I have my mic stand, my booth. All I need is a shock mount, pop filter, and mic. So let's get down to it. This is the most exciting part because this is the part I've been waiting for. So let's do it. All right. Well, I have nothing to puncture this with, so I'm just going to use my keys. There we go. Oh, yo, that unboxing feeling when you unbox anything new. Oh man, I'm getting that right now. Oh, they threw no way. They threw candy in here, bro. First of all, love bubble wrap. I mean, who doesn't like popping bubble wrap? So, just once for the camera. Yep. Sorry for your ears, but I have to do that because it's just so tempting. Because who doesn't pop bubble wrap when they get it? You know what I mean? If you don't, I think you're a little strange. Anyway. Oh my god, there it is, bro. Oh my god, there it is. Oh my god. Okay, before I take the box out, let's see what else is in here. Okay, first things first, Sweetwater. Appreciate you for the catalog that I'm probably not even going to use, to be honest, but it's nice to know what they have. But I mean, I already know what my next upgrade is. Wow, they're advertising their other Neumanns in here. Anyways, okay. We love those ones. And, bro, there's no way. Yo, guys, I'm not making this up. I swear to God. Yo, man's giving me candy, bro. I've never unboxed anything with candy in it. Our sweet way of saying thank you from Sweet Water. That's funny. Just to show you guys. It might be backwards, but... yeah, that's funny. That's super funny. Should we just eat one just cause it's a video? Okay, let's eat one while we unbox the next thing. Because how can I not eat the candy they gave me, you know? Holy, bruh. Makes this thing indestructible. Okay, what's good in here? Bito honey. What's this? What's this? What's this, mint? Yeah, I'll have a mint because I don't want anything like too sweet right now. Alright, let's have a mint. Cool. I'll take it. Alright, garbage. Okay, y'all ready for this? Oh my god. Oh my god, look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god. We love those ones. Holy bruh. Crazy, huh? Bruh, this moment is just so surreal right now. Like seeing this. Yeah, I'm guys, I'm getting goosebumps. Literally getting goosebumps right now. And the only reason I'm getting goosebumps is because this has been a year and a half in the making. Because I told myself the moment I'm able to upgrade my equipment, and don't get me wrong, if you're a beginning engineer and you have the money, anyone could say, oh, let me upgrade my equipment. But as I was saying before, you can upgrade your equipment, but if your skills aren't there, it's not worth it. Shall we? Okay, let's open this because this is the most exciting part. So, and the only reason why I'm even recording this because I want you guys to see this, and I want to capture this special moment. So 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, once I work my way up even more within the music industry, I can look back at this video, look back at this day. What's the date today? Time of recording, it is September 1st, Thursday, September 1st, 4:43 in the afternoon. So, oh my god, I totally forgot that when you pay this much for a mic, yo, the box it comes in is, oh, amazing. Oh my god, guys, look at this. Oh. Oh, probably gonna need that too. Okay, a little manual that we're also gonna need. Guys, look at, oh my god, bro, look at this. Is that focusing? Crazy, yeah. Alright. We ready? We ready? Actually, wait, I just want to... oh my god, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. Yo, look how nice that looks. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god. Yo, this is a surreal moment right now. Here, that can be a thumbnail. Wait. There you go. Yo, this is crazy, bruh. I swear I'm getting goosebumps right now. This is... you know what this feels like? I'm not a dad, and I'm sure I'm going to have this actual feeling one day, but it's like when your kid's just born, and you look at your kid for the first time, and you're like, wow. Or like at least when you see videos of like mothers getting their baby for the first time, and just like that feeling that like, wow, you did it. And you know what the crazy part about this is that this is just the beginning, yo. Over the next couple years, I'm gonna try and get more content of like behind the scenes of like studio sessions and like get more photography and like start building up Sokolovich Inc. into like a proper business, yo. I mean, it is a business right now, but we're gonna go more crazy with it over the next couple of years. And so this right here is just the beginning. This is like the first step of, I guess, accomplishment for me. And not everybody can say they have a TLM 103. I can tell you that for sure. And the crazy thing is that a lot of studios have this mic. If you go to any studio, they'll have one of three mics, usually. The U87, which is a $4,000 mic, which is like, I guess, the big brother to this. The TLM 103, so this mic that I'm holding right here. Or the Sony C100, which is like for big studios that can afford a $30,000 mic. But as I said, that being said, this really is a surreal moment, and all I can say is thank you. Thank you to my artists. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to anyone that's ever supported me on this journey, or anybody that's ever contributed to the engineer I am today. That's anyone that's ever supported this business or supported just anything. And anyone, and probably the biggest thing is thanks to anyone that ever supported all these artists and their dreams to let them do what they got to do to be successful and happy when it comes to making music. Because without supporters behind them and without all their internal drive and motivation to make some shit happen, I wouldn't be here. And so thank you to everybody that's helped me in getting this, because this is, I told you, it's a big accomplishment, a big first accomplishment in getting an expensive piece of gear. And next after this, we're going to get a preamp, a compressor, and the Apollo, and we're going to go from there. And maybe I'll make a few other videos when I get that equipment. And, I guess the rest is history. So we're going to close it up for now. Put that to the side. But guys, that's it. All I want to say is thank you so much for guys for supporting this journey. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning. There's a long road ahead of us, and this is the start. And so, guys, appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for supporting and loving all the shit that we do on a daily, whether it be myself or all the artists that I work with, and all the artists in general. So, thank you. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm appreciative. And we'll see what other video I'm going to do next. But until then, I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you guys ever have any questions or need any help or you want to work, literally just hit me up on my Instagram at Sokolovich Inc. So at SOKOLOVICINC. That's my Instagram. And other than that, I will catch you guys later. Thank you.